Hey everyone, my name is Kim Wiesenberg and I am a behavior therapist. I've been working with children with autism and on the spectrum for almost 10 years, and one of my favorite things to do with them is to write social stories. Now, social stories just set the expectation for the child to make sure that they know what's expected of them in certain situations. So for instance, if you're going to the grocery store, if you're going to the dentist or to the doctor or on a trip, they're all good times to write a social story so your child knows what's expected of them. Now these work for all children, not just children with special needs or with autism. My son is going to be 4 very soon, and the social stories even work for him. So I just like to know, likes to know what the expectation is. It's a little bit of a routine at first, and then every once in a while we do read the story again, just so that way he remembers what he needs to do in order for us to be happy and to make our lives easier. So I'm going to tell you a brief story. My son is, like I said, going to be 4 very soon. At 1.5, my son climbed out of his crib. He launched himself over the edge and has been trying to climb in our bed ever since. So for 2 years, he wound up nuggling us in the bed. And one day I had enough. You know, it's nice to be cuddly and cute, but at some point in the night, he's kicking me, headbutting me, something. And it's just not fun anymore. It's not cute and nuggly and all sweet. Eventually it gets to be a pain, right? So I wound up writing a social story for him for nighttime, and I wrote a little book I drew in it for him. So don't judge my artistic abilities here. I promise you I'm actually a very good artist, but this was just something quick that I needed done before he went to bed. And something that goes along with the story, you can kind of see it in the corner here. This is our red light, green light, our stoplight for bedtime. And I talk about it in the story, but I'm also going to flip the camera around after I finish showing you the story, and I'm going to show you our little assistant here. So this actually helps my son huge when it's time to go to bed. So this story, I named it the Night Night Book. And in it, I kind of tell him what the routine is. So I'll read it. It's fine. It says, it's time to go to bed. First, I take a bath. So he knows. First, we take a bath before we go to bed, right? Then we brush our teeth. Next, I put on my PJs. Then we read stories. I had a fun and busy day. It is time for me to go to bed by himself. So he does have a car bed. I tried to draw that. It's fun. Mommy and Daddy sleep in their own room. If I wake up, I stay in my own bed. I can sing myself a song. And to that, I actually add in there when I'm telling him this, I say you can also count to 10 because he does love counting. And I can cuddle my favorite stuffed animals. So these are some of his favorite stuffed animals that I drew in there for him. Only when the light is green, I can come out. If the light is red, I stay in bed. So I drew a little night light. The light is green, I can go out. And then we tell them what the consequence is. So consequence isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it's a very good thing. It's just what happens immediately after you complete whatever task it is. So I tell them what the consequence is. It's that when I stay in my bed all night long, Mommy and Daddy will be so proud of me. So sometimes it's a really good reward, a reinforcement, just to let him know that it is a good thing. So every morning when he wakes up, he gets hugs. We get family hugs. When we first started this, he did actually use a little chart. So for 3 days in a row, he got a sticker. And then on that 3rd day, if he had 3 stickers in a row, we did like a token system. So he got a reward on the 3rd day. Now in the beginning, it got to be a little bit harder. So I wound up doing 1 sticker and a reward. And I just built up to it. So by 5 days, he was good. So then we worked our way up. What else can I tell you? So we just kept a little bin of toys and goodies. At Target, you'll find in the $1 to $3 section that there are just these random toys with, like my son is into Paw Patrol and Nemo and Trolls. So we just bought a bunch of little toys for this little goodie bag for when he does complete staying in his bed all night long. He won't come out. We do leave the door open, although I'd prefer it to be closed. He likes it open, and he does love the nightlight on. He knows that it's the first thing that he goes to. So I'm going to flip the camera around, and I'm going to show you a little bit about our little nightlight that helps him. This is the alarm that we've been using. You can see that it looks like a stoplight. There are options to use the yellow light, although I don't use it just because I like to have clear, concrete rules for my son. Yellow light is supposed to be for like winding down time. It's almost going to be red, you know. Maybe you could turn it on if you're going to start taking a bath or reading stories, and then once it's really nice lights out time, you can turn it on red. I, however, just use red and green. He does like me to put on the yellow light just to play sometimes, but I don't like to use it for our routine. So you see here there is a time. You can set the time, the hour, the minute, however long you want it to be. Usually lights out for us is about 8:30, depending on the day. So around 8:30, I've just pressed this alarm button. It doesn't go on automatically. You do need to push it yourself. So the red light turns on, all the other lights are off. I think it is, let's see, so you double press. So at 7 a.m., I don't know if you see it, there you go. At 7 a.m., the light will change from red to green, and that lets my son know that it is okay to come out. Now this is also a safety precaution too, because for any reason, I want to make sure that my son is tucked in bed or staying in his room, just in case, you know, I don't want him to run downstairs. We have 2 levels here. I want to make sure that I help him down the stairs, or at least I can watch him climb down the stairs by himself. Usually he's pretty good, but you never know. So again, it is sort of a safety issue too for us. So that's just how this works. Like I said, this light will turn green when it turns to 7 a.m. So let me just see if I can, let's see if we can adjust it for a second while I'm here with you guys. You press in to set the regular time. So let's say, I had it set for 7 a.m. so 6, oh, hang on. Okay, so that means that the time, say it's 6:59 a.m., when that light goes, we have the alarm set, it's still red. At 7 a.m. this should turn to green, and that would let your kid know that it's time to go out, and they can come see you. You can tell them, come to mommy and daddy's room, let us know what you want for breakfast. You can even include that part in the story too. I like to just have some expectations of when he wakes up, so at nighttime I'll let him know we have this and this for breakfast and make a choice. So that way he kind of already knows in the morning what is to come. So we're just gonna wait for this to turn green just so you can see, because it's actually kind of cool when the kids are, you know, in their bed, if they're still, if they are awake before the alarm goes off. My son does wait for it to turn green, and then he comes running in, the light is green, the light is green, I can come out, and then, you know, we're all proud of him for staying in his room. So it's just a cute little tool to use, and I think he follows it well. There it goes. So it turns green. Nice and bright, wakes the kid up. If you'd like to hear any more about this tool or about some social stories, let us know, and we will be happy to help you out. Have a great day. Bye.